Welcome back to Radio City Play. We're playing. We're still playing Dunwich Legacy.
Yep.
It's not going super well for us. It's the last round, and we have one horror left until Dead of Night triggers. So realistically, we probably just want to leave. I don't know how I feel about that mechanic though.
What, resigning?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just...
but it's to prevent. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like I kind of want to know what happens.
Well,
Even though it's bad.
You have to play it again.
But
It's a story game. Sometimes you make stories. Sometimes you make choices and things that work out the way you hope.
Yeah,
What if it is all your investigators die? You don't want that to happen, do you?
Yeah, but I want to know what happens, even if they do all die. I need a sense of closure, Barry.
I see.
I mean, I just don't know. Why would our investigators all just suddenly go, fuck this, let's go to the bar?
I don't know. I'm definitely in favour of fuck this, let's go to the bar.
Yeah,
to be honest. Yeah.
But
It's been a terrible day.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's kind of like there's clearly something wrong going on here. Like, surely isn't this what we're here to look for?
I'm leaving.
Well, maybe if the janitor hadn't been just hiding the entire night.
Yeah.
You know?
If he'd seen us come in and just been like, what you guys?
Yeah.
Need any help?
That's true.
Well,
This is all Jazz's fault.
Yeah, so planning wise, I suggest we just get out of here, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else to do. There's no more
I don't have the money
victories to hoover up.
for anything.
We don't want to go and try and kill that yet.
Yeah, well, it's going to take 2 moves to get there.
2 moves together, one divide it, and
Yeah.
then all the thralls would be on me, so yeah.
Well, I'm going to draw because I have no more weaknesses or anything, so... hold up. If I had that would have been... No, nothing. Move, resign. Go on. I'm no longer playing the stupid game. Done.
Arkham Horror, Game of the Year.
Yeah. I'm out. Keep my permanent mentalness.
Yeah, you take mental trauma because you left Izzy locked in the basements of the alchemy labs with the strange ooze.
I have resigned.
With the unmistakable hiss of a burner. What's going on to your sister in there? You'll never know.
No.
You'll never know.
She's not.
Just throwing iron filings into the flame
Yeah.
to make it go.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's having a really good time.
Bunsen burners are pretty fun.
Smoking cigarettes. Well, do you want to go next, Danny?
Sure. I'm going to play Emergency Cash and get 3 resources.
Oh, that will help.
Yeah, and then I'm going to move and resign.
Alright, well, I think I'll do the same. I'm going to play Emergency Cash for 3 resources. And then I'm also going to move and resign.
Hooray!
Super. The end.
That's pretty much my kind of... That's very similar to my university experience.
Yeah.
Something very strange happened. I took a lot of mental damage.
And I gave up before the end.
Then I gave up before the end, yeah. Wow. Okay, well now something's going to happen that didn't happen last time. Because last time we succeeded, and then that was the end of it. If this had been... Honestly, if we'd sat down to play like sort of 2.5 hours of this, though, and we were only playing this one,
Yeah.
I don't think... I mean, I would have wanted to progress. Like, there'd be no point in resigning, right? The only
If
reason,
you were only playing this one, then...
Oh, yeah.
the only reason we're resigning is because we're going to play more with these
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
The end. Right, chuck me my weakness over. I've got my permanent mental trauma there. Let's go through the resolution.
So that just lives with you forever now.
Every game I start with 1 mental health.
One mental damage. So you can heal it during the course of the game.
Unsure, but yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Right, so as you flee from the university, you hear screaming from the northern end of the campus. An ambulance passes you by and you fear the worst. Hours later, you learn that a rabid dog of some sort found its way into the university dormitories. The creature attacked students inside and many were mauled or killed in the attack.
Dude.
So, if I
Not
can...
Duke.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Obviously, Team Cat is just getting...
Let me borrow this. So, in our campaign log... Campaign log? Much money, Betty. Campaign log, Professor Rice equals kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
By a
Yep.
dog.
Investigators, so failed to save students. Now, by failing to save the students, we get to add one of these to the bag
Alright.
for the remainder of the campaign. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display, and 1 experience as he or she reflects on the night's events. 1, 2, 3, get 4 XP. And
That'll help.
if this is the first scenario of the campaign, proceed to scenario 1B. The house always wins. Done.
Which is the bar.
Yes. So the place we didn't go to begin. So there is that. Excellent. So in between rounds, we've now got 4 XP to spend. That's going to let us swap cards in our deck and buy more powerful cards.
Thank God, because I feel like I could have used some help there.
Yeah.
I felt like the
perhaps.
deck you had last time was better.
The scenario was easier. It's different.
No, but didn't we have some XP cards in our deck last time as well?
Oh yes, we did. Yeah. So that's that. So we will have to take the remainder of the cards in here. Well, not the remainder, but we'll be able to deck build with the rest of the ones that are brought, and we'll move on to scenario 2. But probably not much to watch as we change your decks up. How do you feel about that one? Like,
I thought that was really. I don't feel like we did anything inherently wrong.
no, it was just.
I felt like we failed a lot of checks,
Yeah.
and also because it's the first scenario, we weren't like, we didn't have all the cool cards and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Like I've got cards that would have helped us massively there. So had I managed to pull my weapons earlier,
yeah, I feel like we were a little
get my other
underprepared
talent.
for the. I feel like we were a little underprepared for the fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so in the team balance, definitely having a guardian character would have been useful. So one of the
Right. So
blues.
the characters all have classes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're what's your class?
So I am a survivor, and I'm not really sure what a survivor generally is. Kind of,
Don't know.
it's a bit of a mixed bag. It's got things like manipulating your skill test results. You've got some fighting, obviously with the fire axe. You've got some armor with the leather jacket. It's a bit of a kind of sort of an all rounder.
Yeah.
It feels like, and definitely a lot of making the most of a bad situation. So things like lucky is like, oh, if you would fail a skill test, here, have a card, you can change the results, some consolation prize type thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm clearly the investigator.
Yeah, you should smash investigation without much worries, but obviously there wasn't a lot of opportunity for doing so, as
I got mobbed by monsters.
correct.
And
Yeah, you
my
end up
fight
with all
is
those.
not good. And then you're like jack of all trades, right? You're a bit.
I am. I mean,
Yeah,
if once I'm set up, I'm a reasonable fighter. I can investigate without much problem. A lot of things going on. However, I did not get the cards I needed there early enough to do anything, and so
It was a bit of Barry had an unlucky draw. We had some pretty unlucky skill checks as well. Yeah, because it didn't seem like an especially sort of complex scenario.
no, but there was a lot going on. There's a lot of places to investigate. I feel having a fourth player for that one would have been fairly advantageous.
How do you scale the difficulty for 4 players though?
Well, everybody's always getting a bad one,
Right.
and the amount of clues that are available are based on the number of players.
Right. The
And the
number
amount of clues you have to
need.
spend,
Yeah.
So the amount that are there and the amount you have to spend
Yeah.
are scale up, because otherwise, but just having, there's a lot of places to go there, and so when you've only got 3 actions in a turn, it's a little bit harder. So sure, you have to spend more time there getting the clues, but it's easier to get to places in the first place. Let's pull out Jazz Mulligan. Shall we read what he does,
Sure.
or shall we save that for another day?
What do you think?
We can have a look.
All right, Jazz Mulligan, the head janitor. Revelation: put Jazz Mulligan into play at your location. While Jazz Mulligan is not controlled by an investigator, he gains parley to take control of him, and while you control Jazz Mulligan, you ignore the text on each unrevealed Miskatonic location. Unrevealed. Interesting.
Right, so basically
so
all
that'll
that stuff
be-
that says you can't go in here
Yeah,
becomes
exactly.
you can
So
go
the
in
ones
here.
that-
Gotcha,
character.
yeah. Gotcha.
So we could have gone in the faculty offices, we could have gone in the alchemy lab, we
Very
could have gone
interesting.
into the dormitory.
All kinds of things going on here.
You've got the keys.
Got the secret.
But we didn't have enough time.
No. Right. That's good though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not against it. The thing is that we bore it. The game doesn't get any better, right? By which I mean it doesn't improve its play. Whereas we do. So if you beat the game the first time, you're only going to get better at it. You're not going to see any more. So by having games that are difficult to begin with, and then as you understand what's working, and then you can build your decks around that, until you get to a point where you're happy with what you've achieved on that one, and then you move on to like the next scenario in the campaign or whatever. So I'm not losing's fine. That's what I'm trying to. The point I'm getting
Losing's
to.
fine, losing happens.
Yes. So set this back up, and then we've got the second scenario still to do, which
Before we do that, we're gonna go.
but we're going to
Do you
do
want
some
to
deck
just
building.
rather than showing everybody what we're gonna do and thinking about it and talking about our decks, we'll probably do that between episodes.
Yep.
But what we will do real quick is just sort of have a quick teaser of cards we might put in our deck.
Yeah, or explain the ones that we've chosen.
Yeah, well, we'll show you what we've chosen at the top of the next episode. But right now, I just want to know, what does 4 XP get me?
So when you swap a card, so swapping a 0 XP card, so XP is spent on cards with dots, right? So Dan, you played Lucky earlier, I think, which was play when you fail a skill test, you get +2.
Correct.
Now the upgraded version of Lucky is +2 to the skill test, and also draw a card. So it's an improved version of the card. But there are cards that didn't exist before. So you've got access to new allies, which cost 1 XP. You've got access to cards that basically do different things. So it's not just improved versions, but you have to spend an XP to go from 0 to 1 or from 0 to 0. And then 2 XP from 0 to 2, 3 XP from 0 to 3, that kind of thing. So the number of dots are the amount of XP that it costs. So at the moment, none of us could afford, say, I don't think there is any 5 XP ones at the moment, but you couldn't afford to go from 0 to 5 because we've not got it yet. But we would have had more XP had we done well, most likely, and then you could have started improving your deck that way. So I think by the end of a campaign, wouldn't be uncommon to have 20, 30 XP worth of cards in there. But even basic ones are still cards you'd want for much of it. And I get to keep this guy till the end of time.
So internal injury will be my basic weakness forever.
Yes. So I look forward to it.
Yeah. Internal injury. My backstory for that is one day I was petting Duke and turns out Duke doesn't like cursed reporters.
Lols.
Cool. So I guess we will be doing some deck building, and we'll come back tomorrow to show you what we picked, and then we'll probably just dive straight into the bar.
Sounds good.
Because I need a drink after that horse shit.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe, and you so you can come back and don't miss that, and leave us a like. You can tell us what you thought of how that went, and whether you think that was our fault or whether you think we just got on the lip.
It's the game. It's the game's fault.
It's the game's fault. Yeah, clearly game broken. That's cursed token pack. OP. Nerf tokens. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.